Hey guys, Gamer Girl Detective here. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching Fragments of True Beta. I'm sorry that you guys are looking at a black screen right now, but I think it's better to kind of like post this in a separate video, as well as really focus my thoughts together like this, because I think it's going to be very distracting for everybody, yeah, if I just play a game in the background and basically everybody's just trying to like listen to me. And also, I also want to give a little special note to Grandma Studios because, yeah, because they are the ones who made the game. So I kind of want to put this feedback forward for the Fragments of Truth and NCF story. So sadly, everybody, unfortunately, the Mad Hatters were not there during the whole playthrough. I hope that you guys can still enjoy this video. However, this is gonna be once again a separate video. So, okay, first of all, I like the fact that Grandma Studios has been pushing to get the lore of the agency out. I like the fact that the lore has been expanded. I appreciate that very much from Grandma Studios. As we said before, among the Mad Hatters, basically the lore of the agency has never been expanded before. I mean, like in the Jordan Gray books, only parts of the agency, only like an agent has been identified. The agency was mentioned, but there was no lore behind it. It was just that it was the couple-centric story. So I was not surprised to hear that the agency was, was not expanded upon in that, because I get that the main characters were supposed to be the couple, but I was still a bit disappointed about that. And Master of Flame, I think, did touch a bit of the agency's background. So I appreciate that Grandma Studios is kind of like continuing the work of Epix there, but yeah. Although I do kind of wish that they actually kind of like included the older agents that were mentioned earlier. You know, like maybe in the future episodes, maybe in future like stuff in the series, in the spin-off series, maybe we will get to see them. But yeah, it's just a little disappointing. But still, I think that Grandma Studios did a pretty good job in trying to like expand the lore of the agency. I really like that. I also kind of like I like the fact that it's a rookie detective. So basically, like it's a new generation of detectives. I mean, like there's a lot of like stuff that we can basically kind of, Because remember, new agents, new detectives are usually like a blank piece of paper. So yeah, at least at the very least, like if they do things different from the OG Master Detective that we already played as, I mean, like nobody will bat an eye. I think we can all make it clear. Nobody will bat an eye, like as to if it's a spin-off series, like a complete reboot. I don't think anyone's gonna bat an eye, like because it's unrelated to the OGMD. So yeah, I like the fresh perspective that this series brings. I also like the fact that some of the puzzles are a little bit tricky. At least the original puzzles that they made. Yeah. If you guys will see in the video, you guys will seriously, like, agree with me. I like the fact that some of the original puzzles are very tricky. I had to kind of, like, consult the strategy guide a few times for some of the puzzles, just to be clear that I was doing the right thing here. I like that. And I see that Grandma Studios is attempting to add into the realism, which is, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing here. And I also like the fact that apparently we're going to be dealing with a new entity, a new enemy. Good. I would like to see that. I do not want this franchise to go off the Charles radar again. I think that most of the community in Mystery Kids Files is very tired of Charles. We're tired of Alistair. We are tired of Victor. Please don't bring them back again. This is, yeah. I like the fact that we are possibly dealing with a time entity. I like that. It's really nice. And also the fact that even though I understand the Grim Tales series, go check Grim Tales out, Elephant Games, they've done a similar idea. So, I would also appreciate if Grandma Studios maybe try to do a little bit different with this entity, this new enemy that we're dealing with. At least like don't make the plot twist too obvious. We like some suspense, like we embrace originality here. Like we like some suspense. So, yeah. However, despite the good things about this spin-off series, I do not like the fact that how do I say this? Some of the puzzles were bootleg copies of the old puzzles that I've been. You know, like I was not. I was a bit surprised to see Broken Hour, Diagro. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't play Diagro before. Yeah, what a liar. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't play Diagro before, as mentioned in Last Resort. I'm sure they didn't play Broken Hour either. I'm sure they didn't play Escape from Ribbon House either, but that's gonna be a whole matter to discuss when MCF 28 is out. But I would seriously would like to see more original puzzles. Can we stop with the bootleg copies of the original puzzles? It's hilariously funny to see some of the old puzzles appear. Just when I was finishing up my Diagrove arc for the Ravenhouse wiki pages, you know, like I consider myself lucky that, you know, uh, that I actually just did those puzzles yesterday. It's really funny. It's really very hilarious. However, I think like a few final words for Grandma Studios. Can we don't make this franchise into some random Charles Ravenhurst story arc thing? Don't over, like, we would like to see some originality. We would not like to see any more of those like mentions of old cases, or like, I mean, like, you can mention them in passing, that's fine, but do not, I repeat, do not use any storylines that is already established to be over a long time ago, like Ravenhurst. Let's all admit, Ravenhurst story arc is already done over. It's already done. It's already, yeah, the story is already over in 2014. Can we make it stay in 2014? Can we not drag it back 10 years later? It's really annoying. And yeah, and Broken Hour is already done beautifully by Epix. Can we also confine it to 2014, 2015? Yeah. And also, yeah, can we also don't have any more mentions of bad cases like the Countess or like the Revenant's Hunt? It's not very good, you know, to see. I mean, like, you can expand, like, there's nothing wrong with expanding a universe, like, but, you know, like, try not to fix anything that isn't broken. Yeah, this is all I'm gonna say for the spin-off here, so, yeah. If you guys have any other opinions, please feel free to do it down in the comment section below. And also, I'll be doing MCF 28 as well, and I'll be giving my separate feedback if I have to. So anyways, hope you guys all enjoy, and as always, stay tuned everybody, and peace out.